And we're back with another video. And the plan for today is to get the oil pickup back on and the sump. And then once I've got the sump all bolted back on and I'm happy, I can start getting on all the bolt-ons like the thermostat housing, bracket for the aircon, the water pump's got to go on. I've got to go pick up a seal for that from the post office. That's at the post office, so I've got a new seal for the water pump. What else is there? There's a bracket for the power steering as well. So a few bits and pieces to bolt on. And then I'll be bolting this factory rocker cover back on as well, but we'll get into that later. Okay, now I've got work around about lunchtime today, so I've only got a few hours out here this morning. So like I said, if I can get the sump on today, I'll be quite happy because the silicone you use on that, I've got to let set for an hour. So as long as that's done, I'll be pretty happy. I should be able to get a few other bits and pieces on as well, but we'll see how we go. I've just sat the water pump in place just because I wasn't sure what bolts I had for that. I thought I'd lost one, but I didn't, so that's all good. So it's just sitting in there. Like I said, I do need to get the seal for that. I literally just got the text message saying it's ready to pick up. So that's just resting in place. So now the plan is to flip the engine over and we'll get the oil pickup on. Alrighty, we flipped the engine over. That was uneventful, nice and easy. So now, as you can see, I've got the oil pickup here and I've got some new, I've got a couple of O-rings. These are genuine ones from Ford, so I thought I'd grab a second one just as a backup because you never know, I can keep that and who knows, I might be able to use that in the future. So we'll get this old one off. So all it is just a rubber seal. It just gives you that seal. So yeah, you can reuse these, but yeah, it's highly advised to just get a new one. I think I mentioned before, it was like $8 to replace. So if you're in here, you may as well grab a new one and just replace it. So we've got that one off, we'll get our new one on. And there we go. So we've got the new seal on, so we'll just sit it in place. So like I said, the seal just sits in this end of the oil pump, but you've also got a little standoff there, that little thread. That hole in the pickup there just sits over that thread. So I'll just sit that there. And then this guy should sit there just nicely. And then we'll get the bolts. Okay, so we've got the two bolts out that go into the oil pump and the nut. So what I'll do is I'll just sit the nut on, just loosely. Just enough. Okay, so I've just put the nut on and I've also just got the two bolts in the front here. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap here. So all you're gonna do is just lift up the back here. There's no tension on this, so just move the back around and it lines up nicely. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that this seal is down properly. So I'll put the phone down and I'll just make sure I lift that up a little bit so it sits nice like that before I go tightening it up. Now the nut at the back obviously isn't as crucial as this is, so I'll do this first and then we'll tighten that up. Okay, I've got those two little bolts just nipped up by hand. The seal's sitting in nicely where it's supposed to go. So I've got the little torque wrench here set up, so we'll tighten them up. Two little 8mm bolts. Now they're not tight, so I'm just gonna get them down evenly before I go actually putting any torque on them. That one's nipped up now, and so is that one. Nice and even. Another one. Nice. Beautiful. So now we've got the front of the tube on. Now we'll tighten up the nut. So again, got the little torque wrench. Change the settings on it. Let's get him on. Beautiful. Alrighty, pickup is on. So that's all bolted on and torqued up. So now I've just got to go around and give the surface here of the block another wipe down. I did clean this while the engine was up the other way on the stand the other day. Reason being, I didn't want to clean it here and just risk anything falling into there, into where the pistons are. So last thing to do now is just go around it one more time with some brake cleaner and make sure that surface all the way around is nice and clean. Okay, got the sump out now. I've given the sump another wipe down with brake cleaner and the block, so we're ready to go, ready to get the seals in. But I just thought I'd show you. So yesterday I was cleaning up the bolts, getting them all ready to go back in, and I noticed I had two long bolts left over. Okay, wow. So I've just gone to get the bolts out to show you what I'm talking about, and I've just realised what I've done is I've left them all in some vinegar overnight, and you can see here, the vinegar has just chewed away all the old silicone off all the old bolts. It's done an awesome job of cleaning them up. I've seen this little hack on a video online. I asked the bloke, he'd done the same thing, so I said I'd have to give it a try. and yeah, works a treat. But as I was saying, I was cleaning the bolts up, and I was left with two of these longer bolts, two extra ones. That's crazy. Look at that. So these bolts are the two bolts that go in the back of the sump into the block, the ones where the little notch is in the sump. But I also had two extra ones, and I was wondering why. The reason was, so here's my sump that came off the engine the other day when we took it off. And these are the bolts that came out of the front of the sump. So there's obviously the two that go in the back, at the back behind the notches there. But on my sump, it had two longer bolts at the front as well, as you can see there. So this is the front of the sump, upside down. But this is the sump that I've painted, and as you can see here, it doesn't have the big casting. So as you can see there, those bolts are way too long. So no real big deal, because I've got another engine there that I can pinch two more sump bolts from, the little 8mm ones. But what I think is this is like an FG style sump. I'm guessing the FG sumps are like this without the big casting here for the longer bolt. So this sump was off a 2008 BF 2.5, I think it was. I think it was an April 2008 model. So one of the really last ones of the BFs. It had the FG airbox in it, and even the FG style coolant bottle in a BF, which I'd never seen before. And also that block, I gave that block away for free because the engine was fucked, but the block also had a gallery for a water feed. I think it was around about here somewhere here, there was a threaded hole for a water feed, which the B series don't have. So no biggie. Like I said, I've got another sump there that I can pinch two of the little 8mm bolts out of. Just thought I'd point that out because I'd never noticed that until I started cleaning up the bolts, and I was wondering what the hell. So yeah, sumps are different, very slightly. Now I'm just tripping out on how well that bloody vinegar has cleaned up these bolts just overnight. Not even 24 hours. I would have put these in probably, yeah, lunchtime yesterday, and it's now just gone 9 o'clock in the morning. Very cool. Okay, I've pulled the engine out a little bit closer to the front of the shed just so I can see a bit better. Got the sump here ready to go. I cleaned up all the bolts, so that vinegar trick is awesome. But I've just sprayed them all down with some brake cleaner and just given them a good shake just to hopefully neutralise any of that vinegar, because if that can break down dried silicone, it's probably not ideal for putting on the fresh silicone on the sump. So yeah, making sure I didn't get any vinegar in there. So now it's time to put the gasket on. I've got a genuine gasket here. So with these B series, I'm pretty sure again the BA have a gasket that actually sits inside the pan, whereas the BF and maybe the later model BA have what they call half moon seals, which are these two guys here. Well, hopefully it's not too windy out here and you can hear me. But all they are is two little rubber, they look like horseshoes almost, and they just sit inside this recess of the pan. Now they are different, there's two different ones. So if you have a little look, one has the little lip on there, the little edge, and you can see there's no lip on here. So these ones, as you can see there, have a corresponding little lip. So there is one specific one for each end. So obviously this one with the lips sits in there like that. And then this one, which doesn't have the lips, as you can see, just sits in there. Easy. Okay, so I've just moved into the shed because I don't know if you can hear me, but also that wind is fucking cold. And I just heard some thunder, so knowing my luck, it's going to start raining. We are supposed to get some rain today, so I'd rather keep all this dry while I'm trying to do it. Alrighty, as you can see, I've got the two half moon seals sitting in the sump where they're supposed to sit. Make sure they're all sitting nicely in the grooves. That one's in as well. So now it's time to get some silicone on here and get it on. Now again, I've already gone over here and cleaned the surface. It's pretty clean, and I've also done the same with the block. But just quickly, I mean, it's pretty much obvious, but common sense tells you that you want to be putting the silicone on the highest part of this lip here, not down here on this edge on the inside. If you put it down on the inside here, you're probably not going to get a seal at all, if anything, and your sump's just going to leak straight away. So yeah, just make sure you're putting your silicone on the highest part along the edge. Now just quickly, the manual also tells you, if you can see here, that you need a little bit of extra silicone in a couple of places on the block. So up both ends of the block, you just want a little bit of extra silicone on the very edge here of where the block is, in this corner and this corner, both sides. And also up the timing cover end, you want just a little extra blob of silicone just along this joint here where the timing cover meets the block as well, just to help that seal up. As you can see, we've got the other stuff from yesterday splooging out of there. So that's sealed up nicely. So now it's finally time to get some silicone on this sump and get the thing back on. Okay, as you can see now, got a bead of silicone all around the sump. Went on nicely. Don't need to have a crazy amount on there. It all splurges out when you tighten it up anyway. And I've got some on the block where you're supposed to have it. Might have to put that in the corner a bit more. So some on there, same on this side. Same where the sump sits here, and two little blobs just where the timing cover joins as well. So I'll get that sump on. So I'm obviously going to have to put the phone down now. I'm going to lift this up very gently and tip it upside down because I don't want these seals falling out. But yeah, we'll come back when it's sitting on. There we go, sitting on nicely. I used a screwdriver through one of the holes, a long screwdriver, and lined it up with one of the bolt holes just to help me line it up. So it's gone on nicely. So I'm going to put the phone down now and get all the bolts in so we can start getting this silicone to splooge out before it starts to dry. I've just gone around and nipped up all the bolts, so they're just nipped up. As you can see, we've got a bit of a bead coming out the bottom here all the way around, which is good, just enough. I'm just putting in these bolts here through the side of the sump. I'm not going to tighten these ones up yet. I'm going to wait an hour and then I'll come out and torque these ones up, the ones on the bottom, and then I'll torque these ones up very last. Now I didn't get too much splurge out of the front here, so I'm hoping it's going to be enough on there to seal it all up. I'm pretty confident there was, you know. I think it's just because I put it so far in on the flange that it wasn't enough to sort of splurge out here, but pretty sure that'll be fine. So we'll give it an hour and we'll come back out and torque up the bolts. Okay, so I've come back out now. I've just gone around the bottom of the sump with the little torque wrench, and the first couple of bolts seem to be really, really tight. Now these bolts are meant to be 10 Newton meters, which is pretty much bugger all. But I was doing the first couple up and the torque wrench wasn't actually clicking where it was meant to click. Like I know 10 Newton meters is not a lot at all. And it was letting me go way past that. So I don't know what's happened with this thing. I've just put it into the reverse position and sort of unclicked it and then it started working again. So yeah, it's brand new, but yeah, hopefully it's not fucked. But it seems okay. Like I said, I've gone around now and nipped them all up. They're all at 10 Newton meters now, so I'm pretty happy that it's all done. And now the last thing to do is I've got a 3/8 torque wrench, which I'll use to tighten these bolts here up. So I'll do those now. Okay, so I've gone around the other side, done 2 on this side, got 3 of these left to go, and the sump will be completely finished. Bit awkward trying to do this with one hand. So it's just one more left to do. Apologies for the footage because it's a bit awkward doing this with one hand. So just double check them. You get the gist of it. Sump is on. So now I'll see how I go flipping this thing back over. And there we are. That was pretty uneventful. Spun the engine over, nice and easy. I did grease up the shaft here when I put the engine on the stand, so it spun over with no worries at all. But that's pretty much it for this video. Unfortunately, I've got to go inside now and get ready for work again. But I will be out here tomorrow. And tomorrow I should be able to start doing some of the fun stuff. I've got to go get the seal for the water pump today on the way to work, so I'll pick that up so I can get all the brackets for this bolted up. And then we should be able to start on mounting the manifolds finally and running the lines for the turbo. But like I said, that's a plan for tomorrow. Main thing is today we've got the sump on, so pretty stoked. Starting to look like an engine again. Got it all covered up. So until then, got to go to work. And we're back with another video.